Hello, mi gente, and welcome to another amazing episode other than you know it. Hashtag Amilikey. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Okay, so seriously, as you all know, well, the few that have been following me for the past 8 years, officially said I started my YouTube channel in 2017, but I didn't officially post until 2018. I think that's one of my oldest videos, which I did like a movie review, and from then on I kept posting. So one of the things that I usually do is a recap of the year. So I've been meaning to do it, but I've been very occupied the last few days. And so, with that being said, I hadn't gotten around to it, and sometimes I wait until the year is officially over, but I can't wait. So, this year's recap 2025 is gonna be a good one. Of course, I'm gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly because that's real life. This year started off exciting. I thought literally right around this time, you know how Facebook has those memories, that I posted a video at the library how excited I was to be going back to school and doing my prereqs for nursing, and I was so excited literally a year ago, right? So in January of 2025, I did start my online prereqs for nursing, and I had like 5 courses, and I was working full-time night shift, so that was not fun combo at all. So, in the beginning, it was all exciting, and, the nerd in me getting good grades, but then balancing online class and work, that was a lot. So, I somehow, by the grace of God, got through the first semester, and I got mostly A's, I think 1B. And the one that mattered the most, which, is kind of like, but honestly, it's not because, it's not because I couldn't, like, perform better. It was literally the exhaustion of working and then having time to study, like, genuinely study and focus, not just kind of get the work done and submit it. And then, so yeah, that was a real genuine, like I was conflicted but also upset because I know what I'm capable of doing, and if I really had the time to like really sit down and study, I could have done much better. I mean, a B is not bad, but people know when you're trying to get into nursing school, a B is like you failed. So I mean, besides that point, I mean, I've always been an A student, and I always want to give it my best. But how can I give it my best if I'm coming home exhausted and knowing that I have to do 3 12-hour shifts, and it's so draining, and everything else going on, family issues and all that. So anyways, that dream got crushed very early. I tried even signing up for the summer term, which I did, and I only made it past like the first week. Literally the summer term is obviously shorter, so the deadlines were a lot closer than the semester previously, and I literally came home from work obviously tired and sleepy, and I had to take a test, and I'm literally sitting in front of my computer and about to like hit the freaking thing because I'm so sleepy. Like, that test, I mean, also didn't have enough time to study, so I basically I don't remember what I got, but it was not a good grade. So I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, and then to top it off, when I did finally transfer after waiting an eternity to become a PCT on the floor, it was not how I envisioned it. I mean, I knew you had to do patient care, but my gosh, it was exhausting and draining. And I'm just like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Like, I love patient care, and more than anything, I wanted to do like the wound care and the lacerations, the cool lacerations, those type of things. Those are things that I wanted to do more than anything. You know, nobody really wants to do the dirty work, the actually bathing and the taking them to the bathroom and then cleaning adult diapers or chucks, whatever. Like, nobody wants to do those parts. Everybody wants to do the cool stuff, the cool, lacerations, the cool wounds, like the cool procedures, like being able to do like the cool stuff of nursing, not like the grunt work. Nobody wants to do that part. So after experiencing it firsthand, what it really means it takes to do patient care at bedside nursing, I was like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. This ain't it. This ain't it, bro. This ain't it. You can be kind, you can be sweet, you can be loving, but they're gonna eat you alive, because that's not enough for nursing. And everybody that thinks that's all it takes, you're wrong. So wrong, totally wrong. Because it doesn't matter how sweet, nice, and kind and smart you are, none of that is the equivalent of having the skills it takes to deal with these patients, to deal with the abuse of administration, constantly short staffing, and just a bunch of other sadly chaotic things that go down, especially in a hospital setting. So I was like, why am I pushing myself back into school for this if this is how it's gonna be? If this is how it is as a tech, then it's not going to be any better as a nurse, especially even if you wanted to be in like the specialty that you like. It's always going to be this stressful and this abusive, both from administration and from the patients. You're not just going to be doing the stuff, the cool stuff you like. You're always going to have to eventually, go assist in the medical grunt work, because guess what? One person can't do it alone. And no, I ain't doing that. I'm sorry, I'm sweet and kind of nice, but Lord gave me a brain for something else, not no medical grind work. I lasted out of necessity, but baby, never again. So anyways, and extending myself, but that's how the year started. And literally started in April as a tech, and by June I was already looking for a new job. And I was like, Lord, I am so sorry for not using my discernment, for not even inquiring and asking you first, is this even something I should even attempt or try? But of course, I thought, sure, if this is what I want, then if I can't even make it as a PCT, then why would I even continue pursuing nursing, right? And then also just wanting to make a little bit more money, but then it's like, this is how awful the situation is. Why am I gonna pick up extra shifts and be more miserable for what? Just a little bit more money? Absolutely not. Which people constantly judge you for not working more than 3 days. They're like, oh, that's it, you're not gonna do any more? Like, ugh. Like, come on, people. Everybody has the right to do what they want, and like, you're constantly be looking down at, like, oh, you don't work extra days, like, what's wrong with you? That was super annoying, amongst a whole bunch of other things. And so finally, after more than literally since June I started looking, I went to 2 in-person interviews, but unfortunately didn't work out. Kept looking and looking and looking until finally this glorious past Thursday, after going to an in-person interview, I got a job offer, and I said yes. going back to my clerical setting where I belong. Unfortunately, this paid on-hand stuff ain't it. So I'm going back to administrative setting where I'm comfortable. I can look nice again, no sweating, none of that. So that's super exciting. I contingently start January 5th. That all the onboarding is processed, you know how that goes. And so yeah, a new chapter of my life, a new year. Thank the Lord, hallelujah. So that's pretty much the summary of this year. It was not easy. Whew, baby. It was not easy at all. And right now, I excuse myself because you have a little bit of a lingering cough, whatever. But, you know, the weather's kind of been chilly and, you know. Anywho, not my greatest voice right now. So, I will only miss a few colleagues because they're really nice people and they're really nice to me. And it was nice working with them. They made this experience a little lighter than how heavy it really was. And I will miss having those extended in between days of not having to work. But at what cost? I don't think so. So, going back to a normal office schedule, Monday through Friday, maybe every now and then Saturday for a bonus. It's only half day, so that's not bad. I get to go back to my Sunday service without having to worry if I gotta work Saturday night, I can't go. And I'll be able to get my beauty sleep because Lord knows I need it. And just finally having a set schedule and I have to constantly fight, what days am I gonna come into work, what days am I gonna come into work, like constantly have to worry about working holidays because the hospital is always open, so there's no, oh yeah, by the way, you can just have a day off. It's like, so yeah, it's just so many wonderful and glorious changes that I've been praying about, and finally they're here. So I'm super excited for this new chapter, and that's basically the biggest news of 2025 is a new beginning in 2026. And that's pretty much it. I mean, all the other little details you can follow on my social media if you still haven't joined. So that's my recap for this year. Hope you guys enjoy, get something out of it, some positivity, some encouragement, and also learned your lessons that if you are a believer and did, you should definitely inquire first about doing something before you actually go for it, because then look how much stress and just trifling times you pass just because you never inquired of the Lord if you were ever supposed to even endeavor in that. Just because something is good doesn't mean it's for you. Or just because something is noble doesn't mean you have to do it. So, lesson learned. Always ask the Lord first, because if not, you're going to pay for it. So anyways, love you. Take care. Hasta like me out.